She opened one forgotten email, and in seconds, the life she trusted for years shattered beyond repair.
For 12 years, Laura believed she was living a simple, honest life. A loyal husband. A peaceful home. No secrets. Or so she thought. It was a quiet Sunday evening when everything changed. Laura was using her husband Mark's laptop to print a document. Her own computer had crashed earlier that day, and Mark had told her, without hesitation, use mine. That trust would cost them everything. As the printer warmed up, a notification appeared in the corner of the screen. Reminder, payment scheduled, confidential. Laura frowned. They shared finances. There was nothing confidential between them. Or so she believed. Curiosity whispered louder than caution. She clicked. An email thread opened, old, buried, and never meant to be seen. The subject line made her heart stop. You promised you'd never tell her. Her hands trembled as she scrolled. The messages were between Mark and someone saved as L. The conversation went back years. 6, 7, almost 8 years. Her chest tightened as she read. She still doesn't know. Good. She can never find out. If the truth comes out, everything will be destroyed. Laura felt dizzy. This wasn't an affair. This was worse. It was deliberate secrecy. Her pulse pounded as she continued reading until one sentence shattered her completely. She believes the baby is hers. That was the plan. The room spun. Baby? Laura couldn't breathe. They didn't have children. But they had tried. For years. Doctors had told Laura she couldn't conceive. She remembered the nights she cried herself to sleep, blaming her body, apologizing to Mark for something that wasn't her fault. And now, her hands flew to her mouth. What baby? She closed the laptop just as Mark walked into the room. He smiled. That same familiar smile she had trusted for over a decade. Everything okay? He asked casually. Laura stood up slowly. We need to talk. Something in her voice made Mark freeze. She opened the laptop again and turned the screen toward him. His face drained of color. Explain, Laura said quietly. Mark's mouth opened, then closed. No words came out. How long? She asked. He sat down heavily, rubbing his face like a man who had lost the strength to lie. 8 years, he whispered. Laura laughed, a broken sound. 8 years you lied to me? It was supposed to protect you, he said quickly. You were already in pain. I couldn't destroy you more. She shook her head. Protect me from what? Mark swallowed hard. There is a child, Laura. The words cut through her like glass. A little girl. She's 8 years old. Laura felt her knees weaken. Whose child? She whispered. Mark's eyes filled with tears. Mine. The silence that followed was unbearable. You cheated on me, she said flatly. No, he said quickly. Not like that. She was born before we got married. A one-time mistake. I didn't even know she existed until years later. Laura stared at him, numb. And you hid it? Yes. Why? Because you wanted a child more than anything. And you couldn't have one. I was afraid you'd hate me. Laura's voice trembled. So instead you let me believe I was broken? Mark broke down. I thought I was doing the right thing. Where is she? Laura asked. Mark hesitated. Living with her mother. I support them financially. I see her, sometimes. The room felt too small. Too tight. Does she know about me? No. Laura closed her eyes. So I've been living with a stranger. Mark reached for her hand. She pulled away. Every birthday. Every doctor appointment. Every night I cried, "You let me." Tears streamed down his face. "I'm sorry." Sorry wasn't enough. The next few days were a blur. Laura barely slept. She replayed every moment of her marriage, searching for signs she had missed. Late nights. Private calls. Unexplained transfers. All the clues had been there. On the fourth day, she made a decision. "I want to meet her," Laura said. Mark's eyes widened. "Laura. I need to see the truth with my own eyes." They met in a quiet park. The little girl was sitting on a swing, laughing. She had Mark's eyes. Laura's heart cracked open. She wasn't angry at the child. She was angry at the lie. The girl ran toward Mark, hugging him tightly. "Daddy." The word felt like a knife. Laura turned away, tears streaming silently. At that moment, she realized something painful but powerful. The secret didn't just shatter her marriage. It shattered the version of herself that believed love could survive without honesty. That night, Laura packed her bags. "I don't hate you," she told Mark calmly. "But I can't live inside a lie." He begged her to stay. She didn't. Months later, Laura moved to a new city. New job. New life. She started healing. 1 year later, she received a letter. From Mark. He wrote about regret. About consequences. About learning that secrets don't protect, they poison. Laura folded the letter carefully. Some truths come too late. But they still matter. And sometimes, when a secret shatters everything, it also sets you free. Moral. Secrets don't protect relationships, honesty does.